Basketball fans, welcome back. In this video, we'll be looking at the biggest winners and losers of the 2025 NBA trade deadline. The Lakers were the absolute champions when they were able to get Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. But who joins them as one of those teams that made impressive moves at the trade deadline? In this video, we'll be looking at that. But before we start, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Your support really helps me out a ton. And with that out of the way, let's get into it. So the 2025 NBA trade deadline will go down as one of the most dramatic and chaotic periods in league history. Blockbuster deals sent shockwaves through the league, headlined by the Lakers pulling off one of the most imaginable deals ever, pairing Luka Doncic with LeBron James in a deal that saw Anthony Davis heading to the Dallas Mavericks. In an era defined by player empowerment, this trade has already proven that front offices no longer value loyalty, and the tides might be turning as a result. But the Lakers weren't the only players in the high-stakes trade deadline frenzy. For Jimmy Butler finally landing with Stephen Curry in Golden State, to De'Aaron Fox forcing his way to San Antonio, and Brandon Ingram surprising everyone by heading north to the Toronto Raptors. Contenders and rebuilding teams alike made aggressive moves to shift their trajectories. Even the Milwaukee Bucks, Sacramento Kings, and the Cleveland Cavaliers found ways to retool their rosters with calculated trades that could pay dividends in the playoffs. Still, not every team left the trade deadline as a winner, but we'll dive into the biggest winners and losers, and we unpack teams, how they came out on top. Did they come out on top? Did they come out on bottom? And we'll also look at the winners and losers as well. So the first winner is the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers pulled off a trade of the decade by acquiring Luka Doncic, arguably the league's most dynamic young star. Pairing Doncic with LeBron James immediately vaults the Lakers into title favorite status, with the potential to dominate for years after LeBron James hangs up his jersey. This move could make the Lakers better now, but we have to wait and see. But it certainly future-proofs them, especially ensuring they remain relevant in the post-LeBron era. It's hard to overstate how monumental this trade was for a franchise that thrives on superstar power. But what truly makes the Lakers the winners is the minimal cost. Giving up Luka Doncic may sting defensively, but his injury concerns and inconsistency in recent seasons made him expendable in pursuit for generational talent like Luka Doncic. The Lakers managed to hold on to most of their depth, including key pieces like Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura. If the Lakers get it together, they have a roster that can win an NBA title this season, but the future is looking even more bright. The Lakers are looking towards getting a center. So if the Lakers get it together, they have a roster that can win the NBA title this season. The loser is the Dallas Mavericks fans. So the Dallas Mavericks are undoubtedly feeling the sting of the Luka Doncic's departure. Watching the franchise cornerstone walk away after years of his mismanagement is a gut punch that no amount of spin can soften. That was why fans flocked to protest the game by bringing a coffin to the American Airlines Center. Luka was supposed to be the next Dirk Nowitzki, a player who could lead the Mavs to multiple championships while spending their entire career in Dallas. Instead, the fans are left wondering what went wrong and why the front office failed to surround Luka Doncic with the pieces he needed. The pain is more amplified by the fact that Luka is now on the Lakers, one of the Dallas Mavericks' biggest rivals. Mavericks fans will have to watch their former star thrive in Los Angeles, potentially winning championships while their own team languishes in mediocrity. Until Nico Harrison's decision plays out until the rest of the season, this is one of the darkest moments in the franchise history for the fans. The winner, in this case, Jimmy Butler. A few months of speculation and drama in Miami, Jimmy Butler gets his long-awaited exit and lands in an ideal situation with the Golden State Warriors because he signed a 2-year max extension worth $121 million. In other words, Butler got what he wanted, a max deal and competing with a title contender. Butler will join Stephen Curry and Draymond Green in what could become one of the most intriguing Big Three combinations in recent memory. For Butler, this move is about legacy. He's always wanted to prove that he can lead or contribute to a championship caliber team, and the Golden State championship pedigree. This is the best shot since his 2023 finals run. If things work out, he'll cement himself as one of the most clutch and versatile stars of his generation. Off the court, Butler also wins by moving to the Bay Area a market that aligns with his larger-than-life personality. He'll get the opportunity to play alongside one of the most selfless stars in the league and thrive in a system built on movement, defense, and competitiveness. The loser in this case, the Phoenix Suns. The Suns tried to get Jimmy Butler, and they failed because they couldn't trade Bradley Beal. The no-trade clause was ultimately the end of Phoenix's hope for retooling, and they even tried to shop KD as well. The big three stays where they are right now, and for the Suns, they had to make smaller moves instead. They opted to move Yusuf Nurkic in an uninspiring package centered around Cody Martin. This deal did little to address Phoenix's glaring weaknesses and leaves KD and Book carrying an even greater load for the remainder of the season. What's worse is that the Suns front office appeared passive during one of the most active trade deadlines in NBA history. Teams like the Lakers and the Warriors were busy making franchise-altering moves, while Phoenix essentially treaded water. The Suns will likely stumble into the playoffs and face a first-round exit with their current roster, similar to what happened in the previous season, where the Phoenix Suns, with their fake big three, got swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves, led by Anthony Edwards. The winner, the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs are easily one of the biggest winners of the deadline, pulling a blockbuster deal to land De'Aaron Fox. Adding Fox gives the Spurs one of the best young cores in the league alongside superstar Victor Wembanyama. Fox is a proven all-star who can run the offense, dominating in transition and thrive in pick-and-roll sets with Wemby. San Antonio's decision to package picks for Fox signals that they're ready to accelerate their rebuild and aim for playoff contention sooner than later. For Fox, this is the dream scenario. He's moving from a middle Kings franchise to a Spurs team with a clear direction and generational talent in Wembanyama. Fox wanted to play for the Spurs and he got his wish, meaning he will be more motivated to make an impact with the team. A win-win all round for everyone in the Spurs organization. In this case, the loser is the Miami Heat. The Heat's decision to finally part ways with Jimmy Butler will be a step towards resetting their roster, while the return was underwhelming. Kyle Anderson, Andrew Wiggins, and a protected first-round pick don't move the needle for a team that prides itself for competing for titles. Wiggins is a solid piece who fits with Miami's defensive identity, but he's far removed from the star that the Heat needed to stay relevant in the loaded Eastern Conference. For a franchise that's known for maximizing talent, this trade feels like a half measure. Worse still, the Heat's handling of Jimmy Butler left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Months of tension and public speculation painted the organization as chaotic and disorganized. Now, Miami is stuck in limbo, too much talent to tank, but not good enough to contend. For a franchise that's defined by its culture, this feels like a rare misstep for Pat Riley and company. The win in this case, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers' acquisition of DeAndre Hunter is a type of smart, forward-thinking move that championship-caliber teams make. Hunter brings defensive versatility and a reliable shooting touch to a roster already stacked with young talent. Slotting Hunter alongside Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen gives Cleveland one of the most balanced starting fives in the NBA. This move reinforces the Cavs' position as a major contender and a direct threat to the Boston Celtics in the East. Hunter's ability to guard multiple positions and knock down corner threes will be invaluable in the playoffs. The Cavs also managed to acquire him without giving up any of their core pieces, which is a testament of the front office's savvy nature. The win in this case, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis had been vocal about his desire for the Bucks to stay aggressive, and the front office delivered by bringing him Kyle Kuzma. The addition of Kuzma gives Giannis and Lillard a versatile forward who can defend multiple positions and score in a variety of ways. With Chris Middleton aging and battling injuries, Kuzma could become the reliable option the Bucks have been searching for. This trade not only strengthens the Bucks roster, but also sends a message to Giannis that the organization is committed to competing for titles during his prime. With the Bucks firmly in win-now mode, Giannis has every reason to feel optimistic about his chances to add another ring to his resume. Although it won't be easy considering the fact that the Cleveland Cavaliers got better and the Celtics and Knicks are stacked with talent. The win in this case, the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors made one of the most surprising moves of the deadline by acquiring Brandon Ingram, giving them a dynamic forward to pair alongside Scotty Barnes. Ingram's ability to score at all three levels instantly elevates the Toronto's offense, which has often struggled with consistency in the half-court. Adding a proven star like Ingram also balances out the roster, giving the Raptors another late-game shot creator and somebody who can draw defensive attention away from other key players. The next step is to shore up the guard position a little bit more. This move signals that the Raptors are serious about contending in the Eastern Conference in due time. With the defensive versatility and now more potent offense, Toronto hopes to become a team no one wants to face in the playoffs. The winner in this case, the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers made an under-the-radar but impactful move by acquiring Bogdanovic from the Hawks. Bogdanovic brings much-needed outside shooting to a team that can stack this type of talent alongside James Harden, Norman Powell, and Kawhi Leonard. Bogdanovic's ability to create his own shot and knock down threes makes him a perfect fit for Ty Lue's system. With the newcomer in the fold, the Clippers now have one of the deepest and most well-rounded rosters in the league, and all they need is a healthy Kawhi Leonard to become a major title contender. So those are the major moves that happened in the trade deadline. Who actually do you think made the best move in this case? Do drop me your comments down in the comment section down below. I'll be sure to reply to that. And that one, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.